Hi there. I didn't do the thing where I crossfaded. Sorry. Messed up. Also, this beard situation. Not good. I want to be honest with you. I don't really know how to trim a beard. I don't know how to do it. I've never had a very good beard, but now as I approach an advanced age, now that I'm an elderly person, it's kind of something that's happened here. When I was younger, there was this weird thing for so long where like my mustache was filling in. This is like 20s, early 20s, late teens even. Mustache was starting to fill in, and like beard was starting to fill in, but they never connected here. And so it was sad because I couldn't have a cool handlebar mustache. Now I could have a handlebar mustache if I wanted a cool cowboy mustache. Hi, it's me, Scott. Did I say that already? I want to play Sudoku, or we're gonna play Sudoku later. I figure I should do some other things. I actually woke up today like, all right, I got to do some chores, so I played Sudoku instead. But I did like take out the trash and took some boxes to recycling, so that's basically my to-do list done for the day. It's actually not. There is a thing we need to do. I think I was going to put it off till tomorrow. But the thing that's just kind of in my head is to switch the wallpaper and then to work on an enclosure for Figaro. And it's really one of those things that I'm hitting a little bit of a brick wall on because it's something that I know I want. I have like a general vision of it, right? Figaro. The Figaro is the name of the MIDI control software, I've decided. Inspired by the scene from Willy Wonka where Willy Wonka plays The Marriage of Figaro. Even though I actually made the project before I remembered that scene, I knew it was deeply embedded in me. Like I knew there was some cultural reference of someone like playing a piano to open a door or something, and I just couldn't place it. And then after I made it, I remembered, or someone told me or something. Anyway, it's called Figaro. How's it going, Cherry Darts? I'm very impressed with your progress on puzzle construction. Seems like you've jumped right into it. I am mad that you gave up on my logo and switched over to the StreamerBot logo. Jiraj, how's it going, buddy? We're picking out wallpaper right now, and then we're gonna work on some CAD for a while until I get frustrated, and then we're probably gonna switch to Sudoku. If you have an assignment, wait, what's your assignment? Can't you use ChatGPT? Isn't that what everybody does now? Just uses ChatGPT to do their assignments? You don't even need me anymore. Anything that I could be telling you right now? Wait, I'm not gonna do your homework. Just use ChatGPT. Can you just use ChatGPT? It'll do it, right? It can do anything. That's how everybody cheats now. For your job, Diraj, I wish you the best. Use ChatGPT to help you, or GitHub Copilot. I didn't know you got a job. What is your job? Yeah, even Terrier says he used ChatGPT. I'm gonna be out of, like, the world is not gonna need me anymore because of ChatGPT, which is fine because I don't really like doing programming jobs. Okay, so here's my thought of it. We got, given the sort of little layout we have, let's just take a look at what we have on the old desk here. We have this. We have the little speaker hat. It works okay. I'm done thinking about it, honestly, and we're just gonna do it. I kind of like the arrangement of this, sort of like we have it kind of arranged like this, and all of the electronics in a little stack, and then the little stack. I haven't fully thought this through, I have to admit. The little stack kind of ends up on the thing. You know the thing. Screws to the faceplate, and then that mounts to something else. So I'm interested in that approach. There's a couple things that make that approach annoying. Is these speakers are definitely designed to be screwed in. I had thought yesterday that I could make like little slots for them. There's just a little bit, maybe like 2 millimeters or something of a little lip on the edge. So I was thinking of maybe making it where like those do slide in and then they butt up against the posts that the Raspberry Pi would hook to. That's my current thinking, at least. So I thought I would like, I don't know, let's rough that out. I find myself really, I have a lot of uncertainty with stuff like this because I'm definitely still learning. And I also don't like to be bad at things, but I know the solution there is like, okay, you got to just iterate, you got to just try. But something about it makes it a little difficult. So I started just like super basic, roughing this in just to sort of imagine what it might look like. And these would be the posts essentially for the screw holes. Sorry, the posts for where the Raspberry Pi would screw in. And I don't know that I really laid this out in a way that is very intelligent. I just knew what the dimensions were of the square, and so I put a square in there. I don't know why this is... Okay, millimeters. So what I was thinking is we'd like kind of lay out whatever the post size is here. We had a bunch of posts on the other thing, but you know, knowing that it's a 3mm screw and we probably want 2mm on each side at least, let's just call this 8mm for now. And then why did I put it on that one? Let's put it, okay, let's do a better job first of all. Terry, do you think I should become a full-time Sudoku streamer? Give up on everything else? Let's do 8mm here, and then we can use a rectangular pattern. Yes. The thing is I'm not very good. Do you think that's a problem? Do you think it's a problem that I'm not actually very good at Sudoku, or do you think that, you know, that's not even relevant? Nobody cares about that. Or is it better that I'm not good? Because, you know, then people will want to help me on stream. You know, they'll feel compelled. It's almost like a baby bird kind of thing where it's like, oh, this is clearly a helpless person. So what I was thinking is we'd extrude this by a couple millimeters, say 3. 2.5 even. Perhaps. I gotta start thinking of those extrusions probably in terms of their the implications for them for 3D printing. I mean, obviously if it's really thick, it's slow, but probably should be some multiple of what my layer height is or something. So here's my imagination, is this. These are gonna have to be really tall though, because of the height of the speakers. So I mean, that is true. You never can trust chat. I mean, Terrier Darts, I don't even know if I can trust you after the hijinks you pulled on the racetrack yesterday. Is it all just banter? Is that what I'm not understanding, the Britishness? Yeah, but I can't tell if you're just making a mistake or if you're deliberately misleading me. So I think this is what this would look like. And then you could put holes on top of these. Well, maybe this isn't really the way to do this. Because I don't know. So a way you could do this is pick these holes, but do it relative to... I don't know actually if you can do this the way I want to do it, now that I think about it. Like, you could... Oh, good heavens. We could say that this is just simple. I forgot how you pick the tapped hole for ISO metric for a 3 mil. The issue is I don't want to go all the way through there, and how do I do that? That is funny when that happens, when you do something, when you do a task failed successfully. Did Jirash just get mad and leave because I didn't do his work? Oh no, Jirash, buddy. What's the right way to do this? You could rethink this situation and only go through those. So either you extrude it and put the hole from the top where you want it, or you do a sketch on the face, but it seems actually sort of weird that you couldn't do. Oh, is that what I want? But I actually want, like, I could offset this way, but I don't want to offset this way. I want to offset the other way. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's the thread offset. That's not what I want. That's not at all what I want. I do want a, I really want to invert this. Oh, is that? No. Like, I wish I could do a 2 and then do an invert here. That feels like a thing you should be able to do. I mean, the very silly option would be this. Is do this extrude after. Which extrude is which? Like, what's your problem? I don't think this is not the professional way to do this. I'm not a professional person. But you could do this. I'm gonna do this right now and then I'm gonna regret it later. Let's go 2.54 millimeters. Why not? Nah, 2.5. So that would plug those. It make those holes extremely deep for no real reason. So, you know, I was kind of imagining this. And then I was imagining maybe another sketch that described the excuse me, speaker positions, where they would butt up against here but have like some kind of slot on the other side. I don't know if that's a good idea. I know it's going to be a little annoying for 3D print for sure. We have to print it with supports and it'll be hard to get the gunk out, or you know how it goes. But I think trying to even think of exactly how I would go about this. The silly way would be just kind of to bool it. Because I essentially want to make just okay, let's create a sketch here. And let's say that on this sketch, we at least want a center rectangle kind of reference for where the speakers go. So the speakers are going to have, let's call it 30.5 millimeters by 66. I want this to be pretty accurate, right? Oh, definitely, that's not how to measure it. It's a little hard because of where the cord is. How about this? It's feeling like a 35 by 70 situation. How do you feel about that? 70's maybe too loose. Let's start with 35. Kind of blows my mind how big 0.1 millimeter is, just in terms of like a fit. Let's do 69.75 by 31, maybe. 31. This one we want, the height we want pretty accurate. I just said that backwards, didn't I? 31, 69.75. So we know we need a distance that is greater than this. It'd be kind of nice to try to stage it such that it really was you know, whatever this distance is. I don't remember. It would be this distance plus. Why do those holes look wrong now? How did I manage this? Hold on. What have I done? Sketch 1. How? That's incredible. How did I do this? It must have been on the bottom, first of all, which is not where I meant to be. Second of all, I overshot my target. Not the right way to do it. How did I manage that? I guess it's because I didn't. It's a little hard to see like where it's centered. So okay, just snapped to the wrong place. How do you feel about that? So now that was too far. So it's whatever this width is, which I don't know what it is. It's because we could project those points or something. But I think it was 48. Or oh sorry, what was it? Should make these parameters so it's easier, but That was 58 divided by 2 plus 4. But then plus the width, plus half the width of that. Oops. $58 divided by 2. Plus 48 divided by 2. That's not right. Plus 31 divided by 2. Plus 8 divided by 2. Nailed it. That's not right at all. Why is that wrong? Was that not actually 58 wide? That is 58 point to point. 58 plus 4 is 1/2 of that. How is that not, what did I miss here? Half of the 58 should take us to here, plus half of this 8mm should take us to here, plus half of the 30. Oh, I typed 41. Okay. So that would be exactly the distance, which is probably not really what we want, but because there's just no wiggle room there. So it does make the footprint of this thing obviously need to be bigger. Add 10mm in both directions, maybe. Maybe not, though. So, you know, you could kind of imagine something like this. Or at least I can. I could kind of imagine something like this. The question then is, how do we make the cute little brackets, and how do we make the cute little speaker holes? What's the height of these? The height of these only 16. So if we do that and we add a little bit of clearance, 20 would be a lot of clearance, but maybe that's smart. Because there's got to be a little clearance on the bottom for, you know, solder or like components poking through and stuff like that. So let's call these, well, that's 20 total. So that's not right. Okay, I know I'm gonna regret like not being more thoughtful about this, but so then as far as like how do we want to make a speaker grill, especially a weird speaker grill for these, like what does that look like? I guess we know a width for them and a height. Unfortunately, they're off center, which is a bummer. But I think we just ignore that. So in other words, like we just have speaker grill where there's not really any anything to be grilled, you know. So 28 wide would be fine, probably. And then if the whole height is 70-ish, and this height is 12 12-ish. Minus 25. I don't know, call it 45. Call it 45 by 45 by 27, something like that. Center rectangle in here. Is there a already rounded rectangle? I don't think so. So create a center rectangle in here and make this whatever I said, 27 and a half by 45 or something like that. And this is just our kind of outline template for where the speakers are. And then we need a giant fillet on this, I think. Even more giant. I mean, I don't know exactly the radius, but it's big. I mean, it's probably closer to 15. That's real big. So how would you... Wait, why is... What? Why are the little inset radius points? Why is this little inset radius point different? I mean, is it really? It's almost fully semicircular on top. Let's just do that. So then the question is like, okay, that's great. That's all well and good. Everybody's very excited about it. But the how do we want to do our whole layout? Certainly easy enough to make a square. If you don't have a square, I think actually you can do a thing. Okay, let me think about that. I think there is a way that you could do, if we create, where's my problem? Get back in there. If we create, like, whatever our little speaker grill hole is, let's say it's 5 millimeters. 3 millimeters. What's a good speaker hole diameter? Let's start with 3. 2.5. Yeah, let's just start with 3. I don't really understand why this isn't known. Don't we have a... We have a reference from there to there. This must not be like referenced properly. What do you think that is? How could we... Who's the culprit here? We would need to I don't know the best way to do this. This is the only way I know how to do this. Make like a little axis line. There we go. Okay, so now let's make, oops. Let's make a circle of a 3 mil circle. So I think you can do a rectangular pattern, but like knock things out of the pattern, basically. Is that not true? Can't you tell it to go both ways and all that fun stuff? Like, yeah. So symmetric and symmetric. And then, yeah, you can turn on suppression. So if make that 4 and 4. But how did we lose our symmetry? I just say you're supposed to be symmetrical. Why is that not symmetric? Oh, I see, because it would have to be odd. Interesting. Okay, that's a lot of holes. Not more holes than I want. Maybe. So, but what I'm wondering, so we can make vertically, we'll add more holes. Even more holes, why not? But then the question is, yeah, with suppression, we want to suppress these holes. And end up with cool. Cool, we did it, cool. The problem is this is not associated with the, we have issues with this, with the body. I don't know yet. So, but what I want to do is make the holes symmetrical. But does that mean I need to, like, obviously I could select a million dots. There's got to be a better way to do this. This seems very silly. Okay, I think I'm causing Fusion to suffer. So, so, you know, that gets us our holes. These are just simple holes. You know what? I didn't need to make the circles there. I just needed to make the points. That's... Okay, hang on. Didn't need to make the circles there. I only needed to make the points. But... oh no, did I delete my... objects, just the point. Okay. So I shouldn't need this, right? Okay, so now can I mirror this? Mirror this? Do I need another little fake construction line? It seems like there should be a better way to do this. If I just have this and my point, and I choose to mirror those on this line, no. I'm going to mirror. But I want to also mirror the pattern. You do that? Terrier, I'm learning all these things and I'm bad at them, but I'm trying to designing an enclosure. And so this is the speaker grill, and I'm just trying to sort of work through what's the best way to do this. 360 mirror pattern sketch. Like, I just want to mirror a pattern. Can you do that? Or do I have to select all of those things? Which would be, I could. That would seem silly. Unless there's some trick for mirroring a whole sketch. Like individual sketch elements, that's not very helpful. I need to mirror. Is that real-time mirroring? No, because I want to mirror all of this. But what I would like to do is explicitly mirror the whole rectangular pattern kind of as a unit. I don't even see how to do that. Like, I could grab this whole thing, that I understand I could do that, but I don't want to do that. I don't think you can. I think I'd have to like grab all the dots. That seems silly. I'd essentially be, what is this? How did I end up with that line projected? What are you? Get out of here. I mean, this looks awful. This looks like a disaster. I don't even know what some of these dots are. Oh, those are the radii. Huh. Wouldn't you think there would be an easy way to do this? Mirror a group of holes. Mirror features. Oh, okay. Is that the thing to do? Mirror features. Okay, so if we have this body, and now we draw it, we want to put a million holes in this. And we want to use this thing that where it seems like there's got to be a better way. I pick all these. Well, that's Poor choice. Guess we could go back and delete the ones that we don't actually want. Well, now I'm confused about which ones are the ones that I actually want. Guess I also, if I'm going to mirror everything, I could have just mirrored this across. Okay, that looks like a grill, kind of, right? And then if I wanted to do what? Make a mid-plane here. I guess it's not a... What is it that I want? Just a plane? Maybe I didn't need to do that because I already have a plane there. So is it then... Select all these? All my holes, and then mirror. This seems like a very silly way to do this. And then oopsie. No. Features. Oh, interesting. Well, this I think is actually not the right idea. Let's delete. Let's delete this. So maybe I did need that mirror plane. Features from one. I think I like mirrored it front to back or something weird. I want the features on this object. Give me features from this object. The mirror plane being this mirror plane. And now I've plugged my own holes. I feel like that didn't go as expected. What did my buddy do here? The object. That was the mirror plane. How did you do that? How did they do that? What am I missing here? I guess the other thing is like mirror. It's kind of a question of like, what am I mirroring? Oh my gosh, look, we did it. Okay. So those holes are threaded, which is silly. These should just be simple holes. And I think we said we wanted 3mm holes. And uh-oh. So let me pick the features again. let me have them. Okay. So we made this. It's very exciting. So the main thing, I will 3D print this one. I don't know if in the long run I want it 3D printed. It's just what I have here. Like I would, you know, if I had a laser cutter, I'd use a laser cutter. If I had some kind of router here, I'd use metal. One of these days, Terry, I need a shop. It's my only dream in life. It's my own shop. I have access to a shop, but it's not the same. Okay, we did thread those. And we know we want the goofball light thing in the middle. I haven't like fully conceptualized how that's going to work, but I feel like we're getting close to being able to just at least test this. The thing is, either we have dumb screw holes, you know, if this is the facade, if this is the face, this is not an add or join. I don't want to put screw holes in the front, I think. So I think I want to try this thing where I tried these little brackets. It's definitely not a thing I really know how to do, but I have some confidence that I can do it. I don't know if that's going to work very well, but it's pretty thick. It's probably thicker than it needs to be. So let's see. I'm going to guess a couple hours, but we could do a save as mesh, and let's just send it to Crussa Slicer. I haven't eaten any food today. Should probably also do that. Just want to stream for a little while, maybe take a break, maybe go outside, touch grass, and then come back later and stream Sudoku. But I thought maybe I should try to do something else. Okay, so this looks like 2 hours 41 minutes. This definitely doesn't need to be, this face does not need to be this thick. For sure. What did we say that was? 2.5 mil? I mean, it's fine, because I'll just go start it and then go out and live my life, but is it really only 2.5 millimeters? Why does it look so much bigger? Two millimeters is probably fine. The issue really is that I didn't design this very well. It is like, where do we extrude those? Okay, so because right now I believe if I really did this in a very silly way because I didn't know how to make the holes from the top is the real answer. But I must know how to do that. In fact, okay, let's reconsider a few things. Like these holes. Like, can I not multi-select faces like this? I guess not. And if I were to do this, I would need those. So I'd have to project up, or it's surprising to me. It feels like there should be a way to do this. As far as those center points, to cut down from the top is basically what I want to do. I want to use, definitely want to use these holes, but the face from which I want to cut is a different face. And if I could do an offset, that would be fine. Let's say the objects to cut. You know, it just seems like I'm not I guess I'm just sort of surprised that there's not a way to do the thing that I want to do. Maybe there is. I essentially want an offset or the ability to flip from this face. But I'm not seeing it. I don't know how I did that on the... I guess on those other things I just wanted pull through holes. I mean, the other option is to extrude these totally independently and say that they are separate and then join them after the fact. I don't know why I can't move this. I don't know a better way. To create an extrusion here now using these, but starting on this face and making them a new body. So they don't penetrate. And then that new body we're saying is 20 mil. I'm not crazy about this because it makes these posts all separate. But then when I make the holes, it's easy. So I'm just gonna go with it. And then after the fact, after like our last step, we'll need to combine these. I'm just so positive there's a better way to do this. But anyway, so that gets us this. And then I mean, not the last thing, but a thing that we still want is the little bracket piece. And the geometry of this is going to be a little tricky. Got to think about this a little bit. So the geometry of this thing is, I think of a few ways to make it. I don't know that I like any of them, but that is something like 1.5 millimeters. Something like 1.5 millimeters, which is not very much. But basically it would be, how would you do this? I think I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think I have an idea. So I think what we can do is make a new sketch. And what we need is I don't know how to do this really. Oh, oops. Better save this. A new sketch, and we want a 3mm box here, basically, that is bisected, or maybe the easier way is just, can I not get on here? Sometimes Fusion just decides not to snap to things, which I find infuriating. But this is going to be 1 point. Shoot. Oh. That's 1.5 and that's 30. And then I think we essentially want the exact same thing. Don't know why this seems to think it's not. What did we say the width of these were? Okay. And then we want really the same thing. Here. Oops. And so just to be clear, what I'm trying to do is say, like, what did we say the thickness of that was? Also, important question. It's much thicker. Let's call that 2.7. Maybe let's say 2.75. Oh no, your puzzle's broken. Totally broken, or you just need to disambiguate, or is it impossible? Okay, so what I think we need to do here is, I think we want, this is confusing, but let's get this body back. So I think we want a like, this is really weird. How do I do this? I think we want to extrude an extrusion of this and this from here. That is 2.75 times 2. And then we want an extrusion of just this from here. That was wrong. I'm going to start here and do a cut, but why is that wrong? We said no offset. We have the profile. Start should be this face. Maybe I did that incorrectly. So I want an extrusion that starts here, but I want to start here. Maybe that did work. Well, that seems like it made a weird hole in that. Is that not? Okay, sorry. And the height of this is the 2.75. Did that actually work? Okay. So we made a cute little bracket. And now the thing is, you think I can mirror a feature on this? Like mirror that feature? You think it has to be a separate thing? Like if I want to mirror features, can I have this whole thing on a mirror plane that is this mirror plane? Did it work or no? Okay, almost. It did one feature but not the other. So can I get the other feature even though it... That's funny. You kind of would have expected that to work. But I don't think it worked. Okay, well, the other option is to not make a join here. Make that a new body. And make this mirror bodies. And mirror this whole body. And then do another mirror on this mirror plane and select this body. I said bodies. This body and this body. Why can't I select that body? An impossible square. Just put a just make that part of the rule set. Because that one square is a liar. And call it a new ingenious rule. I did see a rule set that said like one of the details on the grid was a liar. But it wasn't that, it was just the square was wrong. So I guess if you do that, normal Sudoku rules do not apply. So maybe don't do that. Why did this second mirror not work? Why can this mirror not have this body? Doesn't that seem dumb? Unless this is a new body. So these are this is a body. Wait, what have I done? And I want this and this mirrored on a mirror plane known as this plane. I say, okay, all right, that seems to work. You know, that really doesn't need to be that wide, but okay. And then now we should make our combine like way down here probably. Or do I just have to do another combine? Does it matter? Uh-oh. Wrong. Start object. Oh, I've definitely broken these. 2. Start here. What have I done wrong? I'm going to start profile plane, start object, start it from there. 2 point times 2. And then this one. Why can't I pick? Want this. What have I done? Maybe I did. Maybe we're good. 2.75. No, we're not good. Shoot. Don't want to cut body 8. Somehow I've broken the start object. So let me try that again. That means right here we want an extrude from here, starting here, going up 2.75, cutting just that object. Now we want to do all this stuff. Okay, now we've got all these dumb babies, and now we want to just like combine everything with, I don't understand why I have this many things, but I guess I do. Okay, certainly better ways to do this, but I'm gonna go with that. Okay. What do you think of that? That looks like... That sort of looks like something, right? Maybe we fillet this. For good luck. Try to decide if we start working on the light or not. So with the idea that this little fruit loop goes in the middle, we could knock out the hole, but do we try to make some like clever bracketing system or something? I really don't know. Or do we just print a little plug that sits in the middle and make it easy on ourselves? I don't know, but I know we should just knock this hole out just so it's a faster print, probably. How big is this? Something like 46. .246 is going to be very tight, but maybe it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not like this is the final piece, you know? So let's just put a big 46 millimeter hole in the middle. And now when we do this extrusion, let's not do that big hole. Okay. I mean, that almost looks like a thing, right? You would almost look at that and think that's the person who did this knew what they were doing. Terry, does this look like a thing that a knowledgeable person might have made? Oh wait, oh, I had a different idea. I forgot. An idea came to me in the night. I had a night vision. How could I forget my night vision? Terrier, I had a night vision. How do we address the night vision that I had? Okay. Yeah. You can't scoff at night visions. Sometimes they're critical. I had a vision. I don't know where I got these dimensions, by the way. How thick is this? Less than a mil. Let me get away with 0.5 millimeter on the diffusion layer. That seems like 0.9. That seems even thinner. I printed some more, didn't I? What might I have done with them? I mean, really, they could be as thin as you want, right? If it was like in vase mode. Excuse me. For the purposes of today's exercises, we're going to call that 1 millimeter. And then it would be so cool if there were actual dimensions for this little outer fruit ring. Call it like 45.5 with an interior diameter of... Actually, that seems like a thing that we can probably find it specs for, right? Neopixel ring. How to put neopixel ring? We want this one. Like outer diameter. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do this as the outer diameter, which is 44.5 plus a millimeter on each side. And we're going to do another circle that is 31.7 minus 2 millimeters. And then we're going to do that. And so now when we do this, we do want to include the center loop. And you might be asking, how's that going to work? And we have a few options. We have a handful of options here. I kind of like the idea of it being split into... So this is 16 LEDs though. So as far as like where it would be clever to... That does not divide nicely by 3, I will tell you that. These will have to be pretty small. This might be a poor choice, but I think we're gonna do it. So let's do that, and then let's do something akin to... something like this. Am I even in the right sketch? I want to do something. Why did that seem very good? Let's try that again. Say we want to center a rectangle. Let's draw it up here. Just make it 16 by 4. And then let's set a distance between here and here. That was too many. Why wouldn't that be enough to lock that? Do we need like a collinear between? Okay, maybe a better thing to do is not that way and do like a line like that, and then create a rectangle on the center point of this line. Still doesn't seem quite right. Like why doesn't that? I guess I don't quite understand why that's not locked in. That not enough to do it. Wish there was maybe there is a way. Like I just want to know like why aren't you locked? I mean, is it? I guess it's because the line was not, right? Is that the problem? Like this line is somehow not good enough. Is it because we need like... That was not the thing to do. The midpoint of there and there, like can you do a perpendicular with a probably not really. This is probably really obvious and I just don't know. I mean, you could just cheat, right? And just fix it. Does that mean this is, yeah, well, I don't know. Okay, so then we would do a circular pattern, I guess, with that, and this is the center point. We need 4 of them. And now when we do this extrude, we also want these. Certainly not the best way to do this. That was only supposed to be a reference line anyway, by the way. Construction line, I think is the term. But now we'll never be able to change that. Anyway, okay, that's what I was aiming for. I don't know if I like it, but that's what I thought I wanted. Guess we could fillet those very slightly. Life is yours is giving me career advice on Discord. Okay. I mean, this is bad, really. Like, because it's pretty annoying. The thing to do would be to offset the speakers. There's just going to be like black plastic right behind some of these because they're definitely fake holes. But maybe this is enough that maybe this is enough. Positive there was a better way to do the thing that I just did. Which, you know, that's an interesting thing about stuff like this. Like, certain kinds of assets, it just doesn't, you don't have to worry about things like that because it's like, you know, you can fix it later. But I don't have that confidence here. Like, I don't know that I can fix anything later. It feels like very possible that I might just be like, oh yeah, I got to redo this thing. Like, obviously the thing to really do here would have been to do a separate sketch for this hole, and then use that to cut out the top. Even as I say that, I'm tempted to go back and do that instead of what I did. But what are you gonna do? I mean, other than go back and do it right. Really, you probably want to make like a little lip here, huh? Like, I just said that we weren't trying to really do this, and now I'm trying to really do this, but the thing I'm thinking, as long as we're just deciding to not do this right, you could make another circle here that was something like 50 millimeter. And then take that that's hard to do actually though, like as far as getting this whole thing, now that I have so much dumb geometry in here. Oh my gosh, this is a bad way to do this. Okay, never mind, we're gonna do it a different way, which would be probably smarter, where now that we have this, we will do a new sketch on top. We'll draw our 50 mil circle, and we will say that we want to just give me that whole thing, and we want to extrude it with a cut going downwards, and maybe make this like half the height. just so you could drop in the little diffuser in there. Not convinced those posts needed to be quite that big, but half of this design is based on the size of those posts, so I'm a little hesitant to reduce them now. Because they're the way currently also that this dude is aligned. It doesn't have to be true, but and so much stuff is, you know, how to design this a little more parametrically. It would be easy to change that stuff, and you could go back and do it, but I don't know if it's worth it. Again, like, there's a very little chance, I would say basically no chance, that I print this and I'm like, yeah, this is the one. I nailed it in one. Just don't think that is going to happen. Kind of the way this works. I have to think about that a little bit. Okay, but I think I'm ready to print a test, right? This seems, it looks like a thing. This is the fun part where I start to print it and it prints for 2 hours, and I realize I got one measurement very slightly wrong, just like some tiny little thing. So what filament should I use? I think I'm going to use the terrible black filament that I don't like to get rid of it, because again, there's just kind of no chance that this is going to be a real piece. I'm realizing we didn't really leave any room. To like have any kind of enclosure attachment, like you'd need to go a little wider at least to be able to put some screws on the side or whatever. Maybe we should do that. Oh, it's so giant now. What is this? What's that? Mystery sketch piece. What are you here? What are you doing down here? Just floating in the... Oh, it was left over in the first one. I think you can go. Oh yeah, and in here. That was not the thing to do. It wasn't to add 30. So what was this? 135. So this should be more like 160, I guess, if it's going to be half inchish on both sides. I mean, we're just making the print slower. Is really what we're doing here. Tomato to the face. Is that a through hole? Let's add like point here. C, like something like that. And then let's pattern it. Is it better to pattern this or mirror it later? I just don't know. I think it's better to do this now. This just gets a little tricky as far as like the relative placement of these to these edges. But am I just kind of getting it? I mean, I guess I know it's like that length. So if that's a distance, then that makes sense. And if that's 80, then that doesn't make sense, but that does. And then if we did another hole pattern, that was not the place to put those, by the way. And we wanted these to be simple clearance holes for a M3 screw. Those should have been more like 5 million from the edge. Honestly. So let's do that. So, but how do I keep ending up totally upside down and backwards in these sketches? Shoot. Anyway, 5 and 5. And then add 10 to this and add 10 to this. Not very parametric, huh? But does it look okay? I think so. So, I don't know. What's the damage in terms of 3D printing time? 7 billion hours. Do the holes make it faster or slower? I mean, it looks kind of cool. It almost looks cool enough to want to print it with real filament and not trash filament. Like, what if it works? What if it works on the first try? Very unlikely. I think that that's also super draft. Normal speed. This is gonna be so slow. 4-hour print. I think we do need supports though, right? Those little overhangs seem... Oops. Get little supporty boys in here. For those. Bump it up, nice solid 4-hour print. A lot of infill, which is sort of surprising. I only have, no, I'm sorry. Internal infill, we've barely done anything, so that's actually not taking much time. It's this solid infill, I guess because of the how many layers we're saying we need for the top and the bottom. And then internal infill, okay. Why do we have all this solid infill? That's just the bottom, I guess, right? So what if we didn't do that? Took up a chunk of time. Perimeter is now the slowest. That's hard with all our Fruit Loops. I'm sure a fair amount of that is it's really what tell you where the time is, like as far as like if I want to know the time right here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Cancel. Abort. I guess it kind of would let me see where the can I change where the color would be? Like just to print that. Where is the color change? I guess if we is it there? I'm sure there's a more correct way to do this, but this is how I see to do it. So okay, so it's 47 minutes. So it's 2:41 and then so that bottom thing is a 2-hour 41-minute print. How could we make that take less time without just putting more giant holes in it? Could be thinner. What do we make that? 2.5? Well, I mean, I'm learning, you know. So I'm definitely learning how to do all this stuff. I'm learning how to do the CAD parts of it. I'm learning the CAD software, right? I'm still learning Fusion. I'm learning the like design process, like the design thinking for this kind of sort of industrial design. And I'm learning the sort of like ins and outs of the materials and the tools. So it's a lot of things I'm just pretty new to, I guess I would say, and that's why it's so slow. And I got fun news for you. This is just for the first test print, you know, like it could be dozens of hours of printing and testing and revising, like, but it's how I can learn. It's how I can learn anything, I guess, is just by doing it. I do feel like we kind of made everything too thick. And I'm having trouble remembering like what are my normal thicknesses? Left to my own devices. Like 2.5 millimeters. Going thinner than that, you start to worry that it gets flimsy. Okay. What was my initial extrusion? I mean, I think this is kind of cool. I think just like sitting here and thinking through it and working on it, like it seems like kind of a cool thing. Could I get away with 2 mil here? I have an American handicap when it comes to measurements, because I just don't have the right intuition. Thinner than 2.5 feels very thin. 2.5 frankly feels probably too thin without like some sort of little reinforcement thing, which we could do. But I'm feeling like we want to do what? What do we want to do? I could tell you that the placement of those little screw holes is not very good. But it depends on the stock thickness. I also don't really know anything about the design of that little internal piece. It actually would be sort of cool to try to design the like support structure that's going to hold up the little NeoPixel ring. I went through a lot of trouble to incorporate this NeoPixel ring, which is maybe not not worth the amount of trouble that it is demanding. I can feel my voice getting deeper. Why is that? Wait, Terrier, is your puzzle solvable at this point or no? Like, we're almost to the point. This is just so skinny. Kagaz, how's it going? Like, in thinking of how, you know, how this little ring would sit inside of this, you could imagine a little tray for it, kind of. It's just very, doesn't have a lot to grab onto, you know? Without modifying it in some way, which we could certainly do. Would not hurt it to modify it in some way. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Kagaz, I knew it. Can read you like a book. I think we start a print. I'm tempted to print it in a pretty color so it makes me feel better about my life. Kagaz, you did that bad joke yesterday. Give me another bad joke. Yeah, we've been through it. Can you give me a good insult? You need some new material, I gotta say. I'm a little disappointed. Okay, so I think I want some new filament. That's what I want. I want some teal filament. Can we get some teal filament? Kagaz, what kind of filament do you like? Oh, you just said you got whatever was available locally, right? If we could get, matte teal filament, that would be pretty cool. I don't know Polyterra though. Filament. I like this Overture matte. I'm actually pretty into. Special offer. Special offer. But this is not the color I want. I feel like this is... I wouldn't really call this... Oh, that's just light teal. I see. Kenya, thanks there. Why is that? You really love to trigger the auto mod. Well, I want I like matte filament. I think matte filament looks nice. And I do like this Overture. Turquoise green. That's not bad. Wait, that's rock PLA. That's not what I want though. But I don't think Amazon has matte filament, does it? Also, don't like Amazon. Okay, well we'll look at that in a minute. So Polymaker has matte. Look at that. It's got 4 rolls for $30. People like Sunlu, right? All right, I've tried Sunlu. Actually, maybe that filament that I don't like right there is Sunlu. Yeah, but then I have to go through the trouble turning it. I kind of would rather just buy. I think Inland is okay. People do like Hatchbox, but it's more expensive. You know, I feel like I understand this Overture filament because I've printed it with it a lot. I feel like I've got good settings for it, so I'm kind of inclined to just go with it. The only thing I don't like is, why is it only matte light teal? I want like a beautiful blue-green. I love the matte yellow. The matte yellow is really good. What about this company? Ooh, look at that. Arctic. It's not green enough. Arctic teal. 00B4BC. Are these the same roll? They really look like very different colors. About sunlight. Wow, look at that. It's a whole rainbow. I don't like these colors. I wonder what the teal looks like in real life. That looks a little dull. In real person. Good job, Amazon. Great work, Amazon. Very good website. This is a good website. Is this the thing where Chrome has just decided to not load things like it likes to do? Where at a certain point, Chrome is just like, no, I don't load web pages anymore. I don't do that. Get it. I don't know. I feel like these other... Oh, that mint green is not bad. Look at that mint green. But I want matte. So I don't want to pay $30. I just want to see customer images to see the fun things people are printing. So is this the teal? Oh, that's pretty cool. Cute. Grimboom was printing up a storm for a while, but I think he's laid off a little bit. Drachlin bought a 3D printer because of peer pressure, and then I don't think he printed anything. We could check the channel. Has Drachlin 3D printed anything, but he refuses to comment. I got confused by the combination of the anime boobs and the mouse, like from the thumbnail, the anime boobs and the mouse cheeks looked the same. Look at that. Gross. Cute. Oh, a cute little thing. I don't know. I want beautiful matte PLA. Is that a crime? That rainbow one. That also isn't super expensive. That's the other. That's the trick. Don't want the rock. You know, there's another option where I like print this little bracket and then CNC cut a wooden faceplate or something. For the Amazon's going to show my address for no reason. I'm going to accidentally dox myself. It's not matte though. A little sample pack. Color's not bad. It's not green enough. Matte ash gray, matte terracotta. The mint's pretty good. This mint is not bad. I just wish it was matte. I want mint matte PLA. But not like pale mint. I want like lush. Reality. PLA, huh? The color's not bad. But cookie CAD. None of these are matte. Matte, mint, PLA. Go. Just so wishy-washy. Wait, the Amazon Basics brand? I got cheap monoprice once upon a time. $20 is, I don't ever want to pay more than that for a roll of film. I don't even want to pay that. But I don't know if they have any matte. That's not how you spell that word. Matte. Matte. Maybe I should just start making my own colored PLA. That color, not good enough. Nothing is good enough. So, of the Overture, are any of these fun? Orange is not bad, but it's a bit much, right? Life is yours. How's it going, buddy? Well, I don't think glow in the dark is quite right for this part we're working on. Jeans, red. He's wearing red jeans. I wonder what it is. Like, is there a reason all the matte ones have to be wishy-washy? A brick red and a jeans red. I mean, I like the lemon lime combo. It's not bad. Not really what I'm looking for. Just want more colors.
I try to remember.
And from Overture, they didn't have any more on their website, right?
But when everything is coming back to me, I feel as if my memory is paralyzed.
Is that what color grass is? You know, water your lawn. I can imagine a nice, like, sky blue. I can imagine... Man, I think we could do with the light blue. It's just going to look like a toy for babies. The matte light blue, huh?
Go on.
Life is Yours wants me to get matte purple, obviously. I can see it in yellow in my mind. I think it's just yellow. Is that right? Is that your signature purple? Maybe you need a 3D printer. Then you can print a new case for your Vita. With the charger incorporated. I get it. I mean, you also shouldn't live in a bunker where your Wi-Fi doesn't work. Oh no, Parrot is TV. You too. You too. Oh no. What? Why? How have in like 5 years of streaming,
Oh, wait a minute.
no one has done this. No one has done this, and now he told you to do it. Oh, okay. You were peer pressured. Wait, sorry. Do I remember Peritus? I'm sorry if I don't. Should I? Who's Peritus? Oh, from Twitch Paints. Oh, that was awesome. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Peritus from like popular culture in some way. Like, or who Peritus was in like Greek mythology or something. Peritus is a theological advisor or consultant to a council of the Roman Catholic Church. Got it. An expert theology. Well, it's nice to have someone from the Vatican. I really liked that painting project. Was super cool. Nice work. Oh, I like that. Okay. We need experts. So Life is Yours is gonna. I kind of like this green. It's obscene, but I kind of like it. But I think we just go with yellow. So does that mean that I need to bother changing this to yellow, or do I just print it with the bad black that is on there, knowing it's going to screw up in some way, and I just need to do some testing no matter what? Let's just print it with the bad black. Does that look like PC to you? Oh, if you want to show it, I was just curious. I mean, it's definitely not. It's definitely not a big deal. If you want to share it, you can. If you don't want to share it, I just am curious to see how people are using heat. I'm glad it worked out for you. You think purple? You want to see this in purple? It's just not. It's not what I had envisioned. When I make one for you, I'll make it in purple. How's that sound? But for now, because okay, here's my motivation. I don't like this filament at all. It's very old. It's like the first filament I got. It's kind of brittle. I don't really like the way it looks or the way it prints. And it's already on the printer, which is the main important thing, is that it's already on the printer. Wait, how did I just cut down on time so much? Oh, because that's not the right print. Okay. So let's print this. weaves? Like, to make it look like it's woven? Or you mean like actually try to write G code to make it weave? I don't think you ever could, because to weave, you'd have to be able to get under with the filament. And so if you're really talking like something that is truly interleaved, I don't think you could do that. I mean, you probably could write custom G code to do something really weird to make that work, but I think it would not be trivial. You could get a loom. There's like CNC looms if you want to weave stuff. Okay, how bad is this? If we print it at SuperDraft, which is maybe a problem because maybe that will make the tolerances not right. A very low infill also. I'm just gonna do normal, I think. What I'll probably do... Wait, oh, is there non-planar printing? Does that exist? See, that's why we have the expert here. Oh, you have to have a crazy... I still think it would be very hard to do something that was fully interleaved, though, right? I mean, I get this, that you could do... But you see what I'm talking about is like... To print under... To print a weave... I think you could print something that looks like a weave, certainly. I'm thinking you could probably net, you could end up with something that looks weavy. I feel confident, but to like actually weave. Okay, so 3 hours 52 minutes. But I have seen like a CNC loom. Then you could have beautiful tapestries in your home. Life is yours. If you just buy this machine, that probably costs like $180,000 or something. Don't you want one of these in your house? Maybe it's not. Maybe this is actually a more affordable one. I've only seen like very huge ones on college campuses. How much? 35,000. It's only 35,000 euros. For a digital loom? I mean, textiles of all kinds. That'll be much nicer and than just like a printing process on a textile, like a actual. You can have cool custom carpets, cool tapestries. I want one. Let's do it. Sometimes it's surprising, but yeah, in this case, that's less than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I'm sure this huge one is much more expensive. So, okay, I forgot to heat this. Rookie mistake. Well, Paratus, Life Insurance is rich, though. So he can buy whatever he wants. And whomever he wants. Why did that seem to not? Okay, so let's export some G code. Base plate. This filament is not very good. It's gonna screw up in some way. I can feel it, but then it won't hurt my film. Yeah, see, money is no object because there's not any. There's no money. Like I haven't really made any money in months, but I should probably make some money. Probably. Okay, let's print that. Oh, tomato party. Have I tried 3D printing money? Yeah, I don't have the green filament. It would be very obvious. You gotta have the right color filament if you're gonna 3D, if you're gonna try to counterfeit money. Okay, Peritus, thanks for sending the source code. Oh, okay. That is honestly... Oh, but that's an old version. I see. So this was still when Socket.io was supported. So that's been a little while. So I think I had an update in last year at some point. Anyway, okay, cool. Cool. I really liked it. I think it turned out really well. That's the way to do it. I mean, or you can do it whatever the screen width and height are, you know, like whatever the resolution happens to be. But yeah, that's the idea, is sending the normalized coordinates, and then it's cool. I like it. I think I was initially confused by the paint interface. I thought you were like actually giving viewers mouse control initially to paint, and I was like, that's a bold strategy. I do like the way you did the color selection. Okay, that makes a little sense. Cool. Yeah, it was nice. Nice project. I was thinking of doing that. So the way, I did do a thing with Robot.js where I did let people control the mouse and keyboard, and that was not a good idea. Because you could, it depends on what software you want to use, but if you just want to use JavaScript, you can use Robot.js. And then I had Node.js connected to WebSockets to Heat, and then was using Heat to control this. In the end, I don't remember what that was for. I think it was for another Heat Twitch hackathon, but it's risky to let people just click wherever they want. Yeah, the other thing that I was thinking, that it depends on which point and click games you want. If you wanted to do it with like old school Scum games or whatever, Scum engine games, I was thinking like, oh, maybe you just write a mod for the Scum game or whatever. But yeah, you would have to be careful. Okay. It's got something in my eyeball. Is it 3D printer filament? Who knows? Ow, my eyeball. Okay, so now that we're 3D printing that and I'm about to like pass out from fumes, what should we do before I pass out? I think I want to look at, even though I'm very mad at it, I want to try to figure out why HomeBridge is broken. Well, the PLA fumes. It's just PLA. It's not ABS. I'm not going to die, but I can definitely smell it. And I'm in basically a closet, and so any kind of soldering in here or 3D printing in here or whatever. So I don't think it will kill me. It's just like, it's not the most pleasant. Yeah, if ABS, I would not be in a closet with a closed door. No. Anyway, you could certainly do it with Python. I had done it with this, which works pretty well. I assume you could do it with Python. I've never tried to emulate mouse controls with Python. Okay, so here's the thing. So that seems fine. This is all good. Good job, everybody. This kind of looks like an object that was made by someone who knows something about anything. I hope those little sliders work. We didn't, but we should probably put in like a little retainer thing, but whatever. This is version 1. So, can that one do clicks to a window without actually moving the mouse? I think so. I think Robot.js lets you emulate everything. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean like leave the mouse pointer where it is, but fake a click somewhere? I don't think you can do that. I mean, I think it, like, my understanding of the way a mouse event works like that is like the click coordinates are a function of where the mouse is, but maybe not. Maybe there is a way. I move the mouse in a sine wave. Like you're saying, I'm going to click at certain coordinates without moving the mouse. Okay, sorry. I think I misunderstood you initially. Mouse click. Yeah, I think it's just click, and it's dependent on what the coordinates are, you know? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Oh, interesting. That's weird. So it's just like faking the events? Is that only on Windows? Or does that work on any platform? I guess you could do this. You could do that. You could get the mouse position, set it, click, and then put it back or something like that. But maybe that's not a wise thing to do. But I haven't really played. This has probably been 2 years since I touched that. Okay, so here's the deal. This thing is, I'm angry at it. Also, have I broken the Raspberry Pi? Because I feel like this was on earlier. What did I do? Let me follow this trail of cords. Did I shut it down? You know what, maybe, actually, you know what I would do? That would make it safe probably, is just run everything inside of a, like, just run whatever you're gonna run inside a virtual machine. And then I bet there's a way that you could emulate clicks through that pretty easily. I haven't tried, but like run everything inside VirtualBox or something, and then just only send inside what you want to send. But I've never tried that. Okay, so let's go here. That's concerning. What did I do? Oh, did I do the thing where I like accidentally ejected the SD card? Okay, that could be a sad situation. Okay, let's see if I fully broke this. So, okay, cool. Interesting. You could play that new game. What's that new game called? Curse of the Golden Idol. So here's the thing that is so irritating. Is this worked fully, and then in the process of trying to fix the audio on the machine, oops, we broke HomeBridge. HomeBridge is no longer, like the programmable HomeBridge switch is no longer working. So let's do our speaker test and make sure that's still working.
Front, left. right, front, left.
Okay, that seems fine. This, we seem to be fully up to date with everything. We are underpowered, but I don't care about that. So, and MIDI is working. So we're seeing that we have a match, and we're saying we're triggering the match. So we're matching the songs. I'm building a system that lets you play music to control your house, so you can like, and it was working fine. That's what the Enclosure that I'm working on is. So it's a little device. You plug a MIDI keyboard into it, and you can play a song. So if you play "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend," you can see that we find a match here, and I'm using HomeBridge to send a programmable switch message, which was working just fine, but somehow in the process, oh, thanks. It is pretty fun. It's very silly, but right now it's broken now. And the plugin is working up to the point of sending the trigger, and then over on the HomeBridge side of things, and maybe I just need to like completely delete it all and add everything again. But on the HomeBridge side of things, if I go to Hello Darkness and I say, how do I do that? Test this action, it works. So it just seems like it's not getting it. So maybe the thing I need to do is, hey Siri, stream. Edit the home settings. Maybe I need to totally delete this device. I thought I did this last time, but let me just try it again. Totally remove it. Yeah, well, okay, I will say I've had generally pretty good luck with HomeBridge just for like, I had like Casa lights through HomeBridge. So I have on my little server up there is like my real HomeBridge install, and it's okay. With what my limited thing, like HomeBridge, but HomeBridge, and I've written like other weird things like this to control my home with whatever weird stuff through HomeBridge. The other thing I've tried, which maybe you would have better luck with if you want to keep playing with, is HomeSpan, which then you just get an ESP32 and it just appears like it's a HomeKit device. I would be using that for this, but the MIDI part would be so irritating. And I tried using Matter, which is the new thing that depending on what you want to do, if you can do it with Matter, it will work with any of the home ecosystems that support Matter, which I guess at this point is Google Home and Apple Home. But Matter is definitely still yikes for sure. So nothing works. Yes, I'm glad it's not just me. Or my apologies, but well, my condolences. But yeah, so infuriatingly badly broken, like shockingly poorly executed. So my first version of this was Matter. And guess what? It didn't work. Okay, so let's try to add. Anyway, I will say though, HomeBridge is pretty good software, and the plugin ecosystem is pretty good. I haven't tried Home Assistant, but HomeBridge has generally done the thing that I want. So let's try to just re-add this, and hopefully that's all it is. But I think there's something deeper that maybe happened in a recent HomeBridge update. Okay, so we're adding this HomeBridge instance. What is so weird, like Matter seems to share a lot of DNA with Zigbee. Maybe I'm definitely not an expert in that realm at all, but it seems like the categories of devices and things got inherited, but it seems worse. Anyway, like this thing I'm doing with the custom programmable switch just doesn't, even though it's technically supported by Matter, Apple's implementation doesn't do it. So under the hood, is it still... Okay, so okay, I see. That's why so thread really is, because I just noticed there was seemingly lots of shared DNA, but it's okay. So we're gonna say Figaro's in the office. Wish there was a way to do this that wasn't so tedious. So I have added what should be these programmable switches. There's 3 programmable switches based on the 3 songs that are recognized. Those show up. If I go into Office, I see all of those things, and I can change. You know what? Should I totally reconsider this? No. Okay. Sorry. Hello, darkness. We're saying that on single press, which I believe is what I am sending, the equivalent of a single button press, we want to trigger the good night automation, which I'm going to test it, and the lights turn out. So that seems correct. Now, if I go here and I click these, okay, these aren't even working here. So I wonder if it's a problem of like saying what is or isn't supported. Hey Siri, stream. Like that's HomeBridge. Those lights are all HomeBridge. Okay, so this isn't even working. Stateless programmable switch event. So this must be my problem. Somehow, I don't know if the syntax changed or what, but I think that's the issue. The documentation on this is not great, and I'm not clear. I mean, maybe we could go dig through the Git commits and try to figure out what happened. Oh no, I apologize. Now everybody's lights are going to change to streaming mode. Oh no. Okay, so how much work is this going to be? Is this going to be enough work that I should actually use Visual Studio Code, or are we going to just see it? Like, oopsie. Did I actually have any changes? Were any of those changes meaningful? I don't know. So the like single button press, or is that my problem? Did I lose that somehow in trying to update? So when we trigger this accessory, see, I thought it was this set characteristic programmable switch event, and then the parameter here was this. No, it's here, single press. Valid values. Oh, you know what? Maybe this enum changed. That would be pretty funny. That's what I get for not using the enum value. Okay, that would be funny if that was true. But saying valid values here, I wonder if that's changed. What? Why is that not in the code? Toggle virtual switch button. This is old. So you'd need the set characteristic. So I feel like we're right. We've got that. The problem is I think the syntax has changed pretty dramatically since some of these. Why? Doesn't really make sense to me. Like, wouldn't you expect that? Stateless programmable switch is no longer working. Is that gone now? Like, is this not a? I mean, like, programmable switch is still a thing, right? Oh, that's probably not where I want to be. Were you throwing that to? Is that the GitHub? Or sorry, did you see the Google link I needed? Issues, but where's the code? Is it when we see the accessory says it is a stateless programmable switch, so presumably that is a thing. Okay, maybe the actual right thing is I just don't actually know what version of HomeBridge I had before updating. But maybe they have good. Oh, is that the issue? Is that this stuff is actually from like that there's some underlying library where the actual work is done, like in here? Is that the whole thing? That I would believe. That didn't sound good. It just happened. Spread looks like it's problematic. What is going on? Okay. It's not pretty, but maybe it's okay. So I think it's a Z height issue, but this is just a bad test print with bad filaments, so I think we'll just let it be bad. Okay, so is this the issue? Is that we need to be in here instead? We're just in the wrong repository. Code. Programmable switch event. Single press. Doorbell controller. Ring doorbell is an update characteristic. On a service, though, don't we want to? Like this thing, this like valid values of the get characteristics and then do a set props, like that whole thing. It is pretty annoying there's not a, oopsie.
What are you doing, man? We gonna kick a beat or what?
We're gonna kick the beat. We're gonna kick the
Yo,
ill
we'll
beat.
drop it.
To get to the characteristic. So is this doing a set characteristic or an update characteristic? I don't know if that's meaningful. I mean, the only thing that just looks sort of suspicious to me is this. But I don't even remember know how I decided that that was the way to do it, you know? Would be pretty funny if it was a enum change. Single press seems to still be 0. I don't know if so like the fact that it doesn't even I don't know what this means, but the fact that it doesn't like say what's no, you know what, that's definitely working. The valid thing is definitely working because that's all that's showing up on the client side, so that is working. See, I mean, the one thing which actually doesn't seem like an issue is I do see this this is probably supposed to be this. Do you love this with no syntax highlighting? I could at least install them. But good grief. Struggling with Vim. Or V. So we set that. Set characteristic. Is that not the way to do this? So we have other, actually, there's like other, like this, but in fact, this is probably where I even learned how to do it, like in the accessory. Set the characteristic. We definitely had to mess with this a lot. I mean, it's very suspicious that even like clicking the button on the accessory was incredibly fast build on the Raspberry Pi 2. Amazing. Doesn't work. Guess we could look at this plugin I have. We have this programmable HTTP switch, which makes all these buttons. There's a service label, and I'm just trying to see like what is here that's not there. Is it that the service labels aren't unique or something? That vaguely rings a bell. I don't know if those are working. These are. I don't think I have these hooks to anything. Service label, huh? So over here, when there's a, I don't think I'm doing that. Do I have to? So you're telling me when I create an accessory, I'm supposed to do what? That's where I get this. Where am I? That is the accessory. Create service. So this loops through. So where do we actually create these accessories? Like who's making these? Because we're just doing that in the constructor here. You could imagine, oops, have an index. This is amazing with no syntax highlighting or anything, just like our forefathers used to do. So then we would do like basically this. Oof, been a while. Service label index +1. And then up here when we do our constructor, where do we do that? New melody accessory. That's a for each. How many mistakes did I just make? I don't actually have any reason to believe that's the actual issue. Well, let's try it. It's just the only thing that jumps out to me as being different. Oopsie. Probably service does not. What did I do wrong? You mean I can't just make things up? Oh, then we needed this. Maybe we have a hap. Somehow we have a hap. What do I have for lunch? What should I make for lunch today? Now that I haven't had any food at all. It's like 3 p.m. and I've only had a cup of coffee. I find this whole realm really annoying. Like, very overwrought. What's the matter? Should have just not done this way. Okay, surely that's it. Surely that's the one. While we wait for that to compile, let's open VS Code, which is probably gonna have something in it. Yep. Switch to new window, and then do what is it? This thing? How do you do this? Don't look at my password. So now we need to go here. Restart. And open a folder. What is it? HomeBridge melody? Did that not restart? Pi accessory layout changes saved. But did it really though? I wasn't paying attention. I already told you the password. You dummy. Do you think that this messed up the accessories? They have service label indices now. So do you think that that has broken the coupling with like, should I delete the bridge again and re-add it? Or what? Office, hello, darkness. Single press, good night. I'm gonna delete this action. What do I do this? And then say good night. Oops. Match found. Hello darkness. Trigger single press. Still not happening. I kind of wanted like that HTTP switch, like I kind of want to test like this, just to make sure that it's not me. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's me, that I'm just doing something wrong. But just make sure that another stateless switch definitely works, you know? Like, just be sure. So I should see. Wait, why don't I? Because I have to restart, of course. This thing where you have to just fully restart every time you make any change, it's pretty cool. It's not that cool. I mean, doesn't it say that these success? This says switch successfully configured. Like, am I missing some critical step so that my switch is not successfully configured? That's what it feels like. Like, what does this mean? So if we go to, if we try to add something now to this, I don't know how to do that actually. Like, do I have to completely re-add the... How do I get that? We don't have to fully re-add the accessory. Seems weird because there's 3 accessories here. So that would be so dumb. I hope that's not true. I don't want to re-add it. Add accessory. Home settings. Oh man, why is everything so bad? Office, this is only showing 3 accessories here. So do I need to remove this accessory and then add it yet again? I should just add a home. I should just buy another home. I don't even have a home. I should buy a home and then be able to do what I want. All this stuff sucks, by the way. It's a bad experience all around, end to end. Bad experience. Kind of every step of this project has been pretty tedious. Like, I don't know how to do the thing. If I add a new switch here, you would think like, hey, uh-oh, what's the matter with you? So we should see, but this is wrong. This is not correct. Like the way this is shown, I don't think actually this is. I don't think that's what I want. I think I wanted not this plugin. That's what we wanted, was this one. So, stateless. What's the name of this plugin? Programmable HTTP switch. Is that not what I had done? Is this, maybe this plugin doesn't work anymore, that's why it's not listed or something like that. HomeBridge-programmable-HTTP-switch. HomeBridge Programmable HTTP Switch is the name of the repository. That is HomeBridge Programmable HTTP Switch. That is this one. That's the one I just had? Now I'm confused myself. Accessory. Don't worry, we're gonna restart. Okay. Let's see if actually this shows the thing that is like the successful successory ad. Because it's making me wonder if like, I mean, it shows up. Like somehow I'm not doing some bootstrapping thing that I'm supposed to be doing. Like some final, uh-oh, I broke melody. How did I do that? They changed the commands with this version of. It's like some. I'm never gonna find it. I found it. Like the way you link in process, like in development plugins, changed. Okay, So here's the thing. It actually never says successfully. It does. It says initializing the platform, and it says successfully initialized and successfully initialized. So why am I not a success? Why am I not successful? Like, I bet that works. But am I going to have to add this whole stupid thing again? The way this interface looks, it looks like you're supposed to be able to go in and see the accessories, but it doesn't actually work. And so, do I have to just delete this and add it for the 85th time? Probably. Probably. Do that. Add a million accessories. Okay. Wait, did I not do that correctly? There they are. So programmable switch. See it. And click it. So if I add behavior to that does the goodnight behavior, does it work? So programmable HTTP switch, single press should run goodnight. Let's do test this action. Seems like it works. Close out of everything. Say we want to stream. Now click this and nothing happens. But maybe that doesn't, maybe that's not how it works. The thing that is so, like, exceptionally extra super duper frustrating is that this stuff was working. I'm really like, this successfully initialized is giving me pause. Because I don't think, well, no, it is. It's just written in here. So it doesn't seem like this programmable switch is working. Stateless programmable switch. Button 1. Is it some real dumb thing about the index? I don't think so. So, is an event only, does not read or write. There's no get or set. To fire the switch, you do something like this. Set value. What do I have? Isn't that what we're doing? We're doing set characteristic. So I don't know. Oops. And then, so this is doing a set value instead of, but is this really old? Is this ancient and everything's different now or something? Like, this feels like it's old. What a bummer. I don't like this. I don't like any of this stuff. How'd this person do it? That does a get characteristic, then a set value. I don't even know. I can't even tell you where I got my version of that. Okay, I really gotta stop streaming today and go eat some food. Oh. Oopsie. Let's restart this for the 7 trillionth time. Hello Darkness should do what? It should say good night whenever we single press. Why doesn't it work? Single press is good night. Test this action. Very frustrating. Very frustrating indeed. What'd you find? Wait, why are you... what, P5? What are we doing with P5? Should I just switch to P5JS? What are you trying to tell me? This is TypeScript. See, look at this. Implementing a interface. Okay, I don't know what to do other than just like go through something about the way I created this. So this is just the accessory. we are able to trigger it. Is there something like about the valid options or something like, get services? What am I doing wrong? Like ignoring the MQTT stuff. We make a stateless programmable switch. That appears to be a thing that we're doing. I don't honestly quite understand how this is even working. I mean, that's just like that's all that's happening here. We're doing a set props with the valid values, which seems to be working. We are setting a service label. I don't know if that's important. We did it. And then we did the information service. Is it important to do? It's so, I don't know. This is kind of gross. And so infuriating because this part was working. Like this was working, right? Right? Make a switch, a new stateless programmable switch with that particular button. Get characteristic, update value. What does that mean? Service label namespace. There's so much, like, there's just so much noise. That it's hard to know what even means anything. What what is actually relevant here? So this person is saying like, ugh, okay. I mean, I don't know. So, well, one, I'm not finding anything, but this is the plugin developer. So I think it's fair to, wait, no, that's just a plugin developer, not the plugin developer. Never mind. But actually that is a reasonable suggestion. I mean, in terms of like, the idea that something bad is cached is not too hard for me to believe. Like, how do I reset everything? Remove all cached accessories, force service restart. Like, how do I fully reset HomeBridge? I don't know if that's what's wrong, but I don't see what I'm doing wrong, you know? I just don't remove all cached accessories. I mean, I am good. It's true. I am very good at that. You probably have a capacitor right here. Just slip it in. Raspberry Pis love that. Reset HomeBridge accessory. I'd like to reset. We'll unpair this HomeBridge. You'll need to remove existing all automatic. The rest of your config will not be changed. Oh, I don't want to lose my config. We should keep this. Let's just keep this. But otherwise, I think I'm okay. Let's download it. Great. Just in case. So like the reset HomeBridge now. And then let's go over here and delete everything. Life is yours. What are you up to today? What should I have? What should I eat? I have some like frozen fake chicken patties, spicy. Could have a spicy sandwich. Got some frozen tater tots. Server's taking a long time to come back. Okay, great. Okay, wait, what happened? Failed to save. Cached. What's wrong? Well, but I mean, it's because I deleted that, right? Where do you set the HomeBridge name? Now I wonder if I should just like just to make sure it's not cached on the Apple side. Let's try it. Let's restart. Okay, so I should have done this first. I just assumed that it was from a software update, but I guess I shouldn't have assumed that. One day I'm gonna do something like this. You know, when I'm a famous Sudoku streamer, I'm gonna like pick up my phone like this, and someone's gonna look in the reflection of the phone and like see my tax return on my desk or something, and get my social security number. Right? Like in the phone reflection, can you see secrets? We're just gonna show that I'm not wearing pants, and I'm never wearing pants when I'm streaming, ever. JK. with this weird suffixes? Okay. Now what? Switch to the office. We should see hello darkness. We should be able on this to do this. Save this. This is so frustrating because this part already worked and actually we got this part to run reasonably quickly. So it's just dumb as all hell. It doesn't work. Why? Why? This didn't work either, did it? Did we hook that to something? Let's try again. Programmable switch. Single press. Also make that good night. Seems like nothing works. Tempted to just reflash this. Why? Why? What are we missing here? What? I mean, the fact that this other thing is not working is not very promising. Does that mean that man, there's been no update there for a while. It says it's up to date. Do we switch to the 2.0 beta? Is that going to fix everything or make it worse? I'm a little curious. Where's the beta? The beta has not been touched for a long time. What a sad story. Is it some really stupid thing? Like, I need to update the whatever HomePod? Do I need to remove my home and re-add it? What do we do, y'all? This is like extra frustrating because this was definitely working. Now, something I don't actually know is like if clicking this is going to do the right thing, but you would think so. Why do you think it doesn't work? You know what? What is that? Hoobs? Maybe that's really the thing we have to do. It wasn't this. It was just the, or was the Hoobs image? we just re-image? That'd be annoying because it would mean resetting the audio stuff, but like, it's just hard to know what broke, you know? But I guess my fear is that like, oh, somewhere in an apt-get update, upgrade, whatever, we managed to break something when we're trying to get audio to work. It's hard to believe. So I don't want to reinstall, but the reason I'm considering it is in the process of trying to get audio to work, I messed with a lot of stuff. And so HomeBridge was working perfectly fine, and then in trying to get all the audio stuff working a little better, I broke it. So well, but it's in a, I'm not talking about HomeBridge. I'm talking about like the full OS install, like some library getting updated or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little worried that I've broken something at a more fundamental level. I don't know that. I mean, I can almost guarantee you that the version of HomeBridge I had previously was a lower version. I didn't use I used a custom image that is a home, whatever it's called. So yes and no. So with the Raspberry Pi Imager, is this the latest version? 174? I guess so. You can do like other specific purpose OS, and then do home assistance and home automation, and then do HomeBridge. I think this is what I did. Which actually, you know something funny about that? You know something funny about that, Life is Yours? This image says it is dated 2022-11-10. Yeah, which is here. So this 1.0.39 presumably is the version of this. But HomeBridge, the latest HomeBridge latest version came after that. So this, the latest version, this could possibly have been as this with HAP Node.js, this particular version. Whereas this update updated HAP Node.js from 10.4 to 11. And maybe in the process of updating the HAP Node.js, whatever it was, HAP Node.js from 10.4 to 11. So what's going on in that changelog? Peritus, I know that's what I mean though, is that the image provided is not the latest version. You know what I mean? So like I'm running, in the process of doing all the audio stuff, I did do some like blanket apt updates and may have updated program. So what I'm saying is the issue I'm having may be related to the update of HomeBridge from whatever it was, 10.4 whatever to 11 whatever, which under the hood, which looking at that changelog seems like nothing major happened, but it did upgrade this underlying library. So I do just want to double check here and see. Update service and characteristic definitions. Do you think somebody broke this? Update characteristic value and set props called. My baseless theory. Well, that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that this image is from the 22nd. Sorry, is from November 10th. And the version of HomeBridge I'm running now is from November 26th. So I think that, yeah, I understand that they're different versions, but it's definitely true that the version that I was running on the stock image before I did everything when I was trying to get the audio output to work better is not the same version I'm running now. And it's very suspicious. Like this stuff is, some of these changes are very suspicious. Like these characteristic definitions. Like, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of room for something to have broken here, I guess is my... There are quite a lot of changes. Like, maybe somebody, you know, we look at this commit. Maybe somebody broke something in this commit. Or I don't know. But I don't care enough. Like, I don't actually care. I don't care about HomeBridge. I just want this to work. And so it seems like the easiest path to that is just to go back to a known good working configuration. Unless totally in tandem, you know, my HomeBridge updated overnight to some new version or something. Well, possibly, but I don't know. I mean, I was going a slightly scorched earth while working on some totally unrelated audio hardware issues. You're probably right, but it feels easier to me to just drop back to known good and work from there, you know? So, which I should do this anyway, probably, so I can document all of the fluid synth stuff. That's the one thing I'll have to redo is fluid synth. Everything else is just like reinstall, and it'll be relatively painless. I'm sorry, re-image this, and then check out that repository. Oh, actually, before I do that, I guess I did do... What? Oh, can I not diff it because I've already committed? Oh well, I don't care that much. That's fine. Shut dough, you know. It's definitely time to eat. I haven't eaten any food today. What did I type? I don't know. It's good that I didn't type what I meant to though, because yeah, you know, shut down. Because I forgot to commit. But now we can sudo shut down. Oh, good. Yeah. Why do I do this? Where I don't eat all day. I don't think it's good for me. Okay, let's shut that down. So we will have some bootstrapping to do, but it won't take long. I think it will take less time than it would take for me to just like continue to sort of pick apart what the error is. And then once we have it all working again, I'll update it again and break it. But because it truly, it does, the thing that's so annoying of all of this is like, it really also feels like it could just be that the HomePod updated and something is now different. Like, who knows? You know, just for fun, just for giggles. I mean, I could, because then I could just image the, you know, I could just image the SD card. So I have a, like, okay, this is it. We know this works. It's all good. And then just for fun, we could break it all again. So that appears to be shut, dude. Is there anything else on this that I'm going to be sad if I image this? What else? Yeah, I remember what I did to get audio working was return all the bad audio hardware and just bought this little hat instead. That is okay. It's not good. It's not great, but it's okay. No, it wasn't. It was not. I mean, it was a fruitless effort. I just had a really cheap. I bought like the cheapest possible little amplifier possible, and that very cheap amplifier combined with the very bad audio hardware, because this is a Raspberry Pi 2. It's old. There was just no saving it, I think. I mean, I'm sure there was some way to save it, but it was easier to just return that and buy this instead. So the 3 things we will have to do once we image is just pull the plug in and use that new. Oh, actually that's not true, you know. When did that change? When did they add this command? Because that is actually something I had to do differently. Eight months ago. HomeBridge NPM. Okay, that still seems correct. Oh, I wonder if there's some weird thing with like. Package contains its own bundled copy of Node.js and NPM. Kind of weird, huh? Okay, anywho. I'm prepared to do this, I think. I don't think we'll lose anything. To do with a Raspberry Pi that is that slow. I mean, I have an installation or two that have those that use the Pi for audio. Oh, sorry, are we bitrate failing? I mean, it's like the things that what did I use Raspberry Pi 1 for? I think the only thing I've ever used a Raspberry Pi 1 for was the Beatbox, which I definitely would not use a Pi to do that now. And that was 10 years ago. It was more than 10 years ago. This was like one of the first Raspberry Pi projects. It was in all the magazines. It's in all the Raspberry Pi books, but the Raspberry Pi was powerful enough to play 6 audio samples. It's crazy that this is the way I did this, but I'm glad I did. It made the project get way more publicity than it would have otherwise. Just the fact that I used a Raspberry Pi when they hadn't really been used for very much yet. So I don't know that anything after that used a more substantial device. Like that was even a Beagle bone of some kind. What to do with an old Pi? I mean, I can't even think of anything I would do with it that I wouldn't rather just do with an Arduino or something. Yeah, I mean, it's worse than an ESP32 because you have to run a whole operating system. An ESP32 at least is like a relatively Like this ESP32, I feel like can run circles around a Raspberry Pi 1. I can do so much with this ESP32. 3,000 LEDs while also running a web server, while also like I would take an ESP32 over almost any Pi, honestly. Yeah, I wish I had a good suggestion for you, other than just some silly embedded sensor project, which you could. You know what? Actually, that's not true. The one thing a Pi can do that other like normal microcontrollers can't do is very easily output video, right? Like that's the one advantage you have with that Raspberry Pi. Old Pis, do they have HDMI out? Did a Pi ones still had a composite port? Did they have HDMI? I can't remember. Pi 1 had HDMI, right? Doesn't it also have a composite? Am I thinking of a Model A? I don't even. Okay, so mine was a Model A. Or my very, very first Pi. Yeah, here's my very, very first Pi with the composite out. But it does also have, it has HDMI. I just couldn't remember. I mean, this is before they even had Model A and B. This is like literally the first Raspberry Pi. I mean, the first run of them. It's not the first run. So, okay, I would say the one advantage you have there, even though you have very, very, very little memory, is that you could plug it into a TV to do some like digital signage project, or plug it into a monitor for some kind of visualization project. That would be more annoying to do with any, whatever, embedded. Okay, I'm doing it. Is there anything on that device that I need? Is there anything on that device that I need? Is there any device that I need? All we did was set up FluidSynth and ran the installer script for the audio hat. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on. There is something we want to do, which is the custom settings for like Wi-Fi and stuff. So give me 1 second. That stuff we want to do. So this is MIDI Pi. And is that the right? This one. That doesn't look right. That looks very wrong, in fact. Okay. Give me 1 second. I forgot that this imager lets you set, like, preset some configuration variables. That is a bummer that someone would do that. The old Raspberry Pi scam. This imager seems broken. I mean, in terms of the password it's showing. For the network. Okay, let's go back here. Look at those sparkles. Okay, that was pretty good. It's a pretty good price. Not a scam. Duped. Misled, perhaps. Life Insurers, I love this little constellation you put together. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end there and call it a day. Just kidding. I'm gonna end here and I'm gonna go eat, maybe go outside for a minute, and then maybe later we'll stream some Sudoku. Oh, is that are those Lana Lux sparkles? Imperatus, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by. And again, nice work on that painting project. Printer is running. Print looks okay. I'll post a picture on Discord. It's so dark over here. What? What is this? Where is with the dad jokes? Or like turn of the century prank phone calls. Turn of the previous century. Or the previous century. That was not a good photo. Nobody wants this kind of bad content. Okay. Yeah, I would appreciate it. Definitely stop by in the future. Wait, what video are you watching? I don't know. Life is just, wait, like there was one other stupid joke you've made? I don't think that's true. Okay, here's this bad photo. Well, it's okay. So it's going okay. Very low infill, but seems okay so far. I guess we'll see. Oh, sorry, Life is Yours. I can't remember. I just can't remember. You're such a ray of sunshine in my life. How could I possibly pick one instance? Wait, but Terrier, what are you trying to learn something? What are you watching? I'll teach you. Whatever it is, I'll teach you. It's no problem. I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember Life is Yours. Just go back and watch every one of my videos until you find it. It shouldn't take very long. Ask ChatGPT to watch all my videos and tell you. Should I raid somebody, Life is Yours, as my Twitch advisor? I feel like raiding makes me like anxious. I don't know why. Okay, who should I raid? You gonna pick somebody? Raid. It makes me feel like I'm gonna do something wrong. Wait, do what? You want to try to get a pointer path for eggs so you can make an auto splitter for Spyro 1. What? Spyro the Dragon 1? Are you hacking an emulator? What are you doing? You just set up, that was just like word salad. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh, for speed running. Are you going to be a speed runner now in addition to a Oh, I see. Okay. I'll tell you how to do it. It's no problem. It's really easy. First is just don't play Step Spyro. Wait. Live visitors are supposed to be telling me who to raid. Who am I gonna raid? Do you want to watch me speedrun Sudoku? Wait, you don't have anybody? You want me to do a stranger? We're streaming in Makers and Crafting today for some
by
reason.
themselves. The
Oh wait, Lana Lux is streaming. How do I see all of the? Let's see. Who else? Now I'm embarrassed. I can't raid Lana Lux. I feel like we started streaming around the same time, and now she has so many people watching. I feel inferior. How many people are watching her channel right now? Like 200,000. I'm searching for Arduinos. Who's online? Cheer lights. One viewer streaming lo-fi music inspired by cheer lights. Really the only live channel tagged Arduino? Okay, what is it called? The programming and whatever. Software and game development. Okay. Where do we who's what is speaking to you? Something speaking to you? This is a cool hat. By physical, do you mean intimate? Physically intimate? That's all? That's all the streamers in software and game development? What a hellhole. Okay, what is this? It's a fun commercial. An optical compressor. I don't want that. I want who's in Makers and Crafting? Who's making something cool? Cute alligators. Custom mechanical keyboard build. Back to the grind for 3D printing over here. Evil lemonade. Are we just looking at a 3D printer? Also, so few. Why is Twitch so bad? Is this really in Makers and Crafting? This is it? That can't be right. How are there so few people in Makers and Crafting and in... I know, it's my catchphrase. Why is this so bad? I know. Like... Okay, maybe we do this one after all. Pug zoomies, very cute. Oh, there's a little... Okay, you got a puppy. Okay, so what do? I just say... Oh, is that the secret? Should I just be in just chatting? All right, we're gonna do this, and because I like their silicone soldering mat, and I like the little soldering board. Okay. So how do I do it? What do I say? Just tell me what to do. Life is yours. Coach me through this. How do you have a raid message? What does that mean? Raid. Channel. I find this is too stressful for me. I'm feeling stressed out. Wait, is that it? What is that? Okay, I'll leave. But I want to go. But I need to go eat. Okay, I'll try it. I'm gonna try it. But there's only 18 people here. You think they'll all come to me? Now there's 14. Okay. So just to be clear, I type /raid space pug zoomies, and then it asks me to confirm, and then I say goodbye to you people. And then I go start watching that stream. This is too hard because I have to finish my stream. This is too complicated. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to say, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody here. And then I'm going to go to the splash screen. And then I'm going to start the raid at the same time. And then everyone will go. And then I just don't want like to turn on their channel and have the audio come to mine. Oh, whatever. Okay. All right. Thank you. We're going to try it. Let's do it. Okay, everybody wins in this situation, except for me, because I just am a person with so much anxiety. I have so much anxiety. Yeah, but anything, there's no other humans involved if I'm just in this closet making things. Okay. All right, everybody, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I do plan to stream some Sudoku later. I'm going to hit the button that says raid. I'm going to hit the button and go here. You're all the best. I'll see you later. Okay, bye.